Okay, now we are going to solve second question. Okay. So A and B are partners sharing profit in a ratio of 3:2. They appear C as a new partner. For 1/5 share, an extract of their balance sheet is given below. So here in adjustment, the value of furniture is decreased to rupees 15,000, whereas book value of furniture is 20,000, which means the value of furniture is decreased by 5,000. Like I said before, for revaluation, we need to take the difference amount. What is the difference amount? The current value of furniture is 15,000, whereas book value is 20,000. What is the difference amount? The difference amount is 5,000. Okay. So what is the current value of furniture? Current value of furniture is rupees 15,000. So current value of furniture, which is rupees 15,000, will be shown in the new balance sheet. New balance sheet. Okay. Now, if the value of furniture is decreased by rupees 5,000, what is journal entry? The journal entry is revaluation. Revaluation account DR to furniture account. Okay? It is decreased by how much? Decreased by 5,000. So why furniture account is credited here? Because the value of furniture is decreased. Since furniture being an asset of the firm, if asset decreases, it should be credited, and revaluation account should be debited. Since there is a loss on account of decrease in the value of asset. If asset decreases, there will be loss. Therefore, revaluation account is debited here. Okay. Now we will do second adjustment. The second adjustment is the value of machinery is reduced by 10%. So here, what is the book value of machinery? 30,000. So this 10% should be calculated on 35,000. So what is 10% of 35,000? 3,500. So here, for revaluation, we need to take the difference amount. So what is the difference amount? So if you find the work by, so what is 10% of 35,000? 3,500 itself is the difference amount. So the difference amount is 3,500. Okay? And what is the current value of machinery? So current value of machinery. Current value of machinery is 35,000 minus what is the here the value of machinery is decreased by rupees 3,500. So current value will be 31,500, which will be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet, new balance sheet. Okay, will be shown on asset side of the new balance sheet. So if the value of machinery is decreased, the journal entry will be revaluation account DR to machinery account. Since the value of machinery is decreased by how much? Decreased by 3,500. Therefore, machinery account should be credited. Is that clear for you? Okay. Now we'll do third adjustment. So here the value of building is appreciated by 10,000. So like I said before, for revaluation, we need to take the difference amount. The difference amount is 10,000. So now tell me, what is the current value of building? Here the book value of building is 40,000 and it has been appreciated by rupees 10,000. So this amount of 10,000 should be added up on book value of building. If we added up 10,000 on 40,000, how much will we get? 80,000. So current value of building is rupees 40,000 plus 10,000, which is 50,000. Current value of building is 50,000, which will be shown on asset side of the new balance sheet. New balance sheet. Current value of the building will be shown in new balance sheet. So what will be the journal entry? If building is increased by rupees 10,000, the journal entry will be building account DR to revaluation account. So here it is increased by how much? It is increased by 10,000. So here building account is debited because there is increase in the value of asset. If asset increases, building account should be debited. So why revaluation account is credited here? Because there is a profit on account of increase in the value of building. Is that clear for you? Okay. Now we'll do fourth adjustment. Investment worth rupees 4,000 not mentioned in the balance sheet is to be taken into account. So here for revaluation, the difference amount is 4,000 itself, since there is no investment in the balance sheet. Okay, so for revaluation, the difference amount is 4,000 itself. So what is the current value of investment? Again, the current value will remain same. Current value of investment will remain same. Current value of investment will be rupees 4,000, which will be shown on asset side of the new balance sheet. So the journal entry is investment account DR to revaluation account. So for revaluation account, we have to take the difference amount. The amount is 4,000. So if we record the unrecorded investment, the investment will be increased. Since investment being an asset of the firm, if asset increases, it should be debited, and revaluation account should be credited because there is a profit on account of increase in the value of asset. Is that clear for you? Okay. Now we'll do fifth adjustment. A creditor of rupees 500 is not likely to claim his money and is to be written off. The amount payable to creditor is 30,000, and one of the creditor is not likely to claim his money from the firm. So for revaluation again, we need to take the difference amount. What is the difference amount? The difference amount is 500. Okay. So what is the current value of creditors? Okay. The current value of creditor is rupees 30,000 minus 500. Which is 29,500. So the actual amount which is to be paid to creditor is 30,000. Now we have to pay only 29,500 since one of the creditor is not likely to claim this money. Therefore, it is written off. Okay. So this is the amount which is payable to creditors, and this amount will be shown in the new balance sheet. Okay. Now the journal entry is creditor account DR to revaluation account. So what is the amount? The difference amount is 500. So why creditor account is debited here? Because one of the creditor is not likely to claim his money. If he is not likely to claim his money, the payable by the firm to creditor will be decreased. If liability decreases, it should be debited. That is why creditor account is debited here, and revaluation account is credited here because there is a profit on account of decrease in the value of liability. Okay. Now the final adjustment is the stock is found undervalued by rupees 15,000. So it means by mistake the value of stock has been increased by rupees 15,000. So in order to rectify the error, we have to stock is found undervalued by mistake. The value of stock has been decreased by rupees 15,000. So in order to rectify the error, we have to increase the value of stock by rupees 15,000. So for revaluation, the difference amount will be 15,000 itself. If you find the word by, so this will become difference amount. Okay. So what is current value of stock? Since by mistake it has been decreased by rupees 15,000, now we have to increase the value of 15,000 in order to rectify the error. So this 15,000, value of stock 15,000 should be added to the book value of 50,000. If we add 50,000 on the book value of 50,000, then the total amount will be 50,000 plus 15,000. So how much we get? 60,000. So current value of stock is, current value of stock is 65,000, which will be shown in the new balance sheet. Okay. This 65,000 will be shown in new balance sheet. So the journal entry is stock account DR to revaluation account. Since by mistake stock has been undervalued by rupees 15,000, now we have to increase the value of value of stock by rupees 15,000. If we increase the value of stock by rupees 15,000, asset will be increased. If asset increases, it should be debited. That is why stock account is debited. It is increased by rupees 15,000. So revaluation account is credited here because there is profit on account increase in the value of stock. Is that clear for you? Okay, now we will do the third and the final question. Okay, here we can see that all the adjustments are pertaining to provision for doubtful debts. Since many students get confused regarding the topic, so in order to clear your doubt and confusion, I have come up with different cases of provision for doubtful debt. I hope it will help you. As we know that provision for doubtful debt being a liability of the firm, so normally provision for doubtful debt may be shown on liability side of the balance sheet, but most of the time provision for doubtful debt will be shown on asset side of the balance sheet by way of deduction from the debtor in order to get net debtor. Now the question is, why provision for doubtful debt is deducted from the debtor? Since provision for doubtful debt is an expected losses, so according to the principle of conservatism, all the expected losses should be treated as an actual loss. Therefore, we assume that this amount will not be recovered from the debtor. That is why we deduct this amount from the debtor. Is that clear for you? Okay. Now look at adjustment number 1. A provision for doubtful debt is to be created at 10% on debtor. So this 10% should be calculated on gross amount, not on net amount. So what is 10% of 20,000? So normally provision for doubtful debt is calculated on debtor. So what is the gross amount? 20,000. So what is 10% of 20,000? So we'll get 2,000. Isn't it? Okay. So old provision is 1,500 and new provision is how much? What is 10,000, 20,000? 2,000. So for revaluation, we need to take difference amount. So what is the difference amount? The difference amount is 500. So here provision for doubtful debt is increased by 500. Now tell me, what is the current value of provision for doubtful debt? Current value of provision for doubtful debt is 2,000, which will be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet, and it is deducted from debtor. It will be given like this, the new balance sheet. What is the value of debtor? 20,000. 20,000 minus new provision. Provision for doubtful debt. What is new provision? What is 10% of 20,000? 2,000. So 2,000 is new provision for doubtful debt. So here we have to write new provision. So if we deduct 2,000 from 20,000, how much we get? 18,000. Is that clear for you? So current value, so new provision for doubtful debt, which is 2,000, will be shown on asset side of the balance sheet by way of deduction from the debtor in order to get net debtor. Is that clear for you? And the journal entry is, since provision for doubtful debt is increased by rupees 500, and the journal entry is revaluation account dear to provision for doubtful debt. Since provision for doubtful debt is increased by rupees 500, so we have to write rupees 500. So why provision for doubtful debt is credited here? Because provision for doubtful debt being a liability to the firm, if liability increases, it should be credited. And why revaluation account is debited here? Because there is a loss on account of increase in the value of liability. If liability increases, there will be a loss. Okay? Now, look at second adjustment. A provision for doubtful debt is to be created at 5% on debtor. So again, what is 5% of 20,000? So provision for doubtful debt is calculated on gross amount, not on net amount. So what is 5% of 20,000? Yeah, 5% of 20,000 is 1,000. So 1,000 is new provision for doubtful debt. What is old provision? 1,500. So for revaluation, we need to write the difference amount, and the difference amount is 500 again. So here provision for doubtful debt is decreased by 500. How? Old provision is 1,500, and what is new provision? What is 5% of 20,000? 5% of 20,000 is 1,000. So since provision for doubtful debt is decreased by 500. So new provision of rupees 1,000 will be shown in the balance sheet by way of deduction from the debtor. How? What is the amount of debtor? 20,000, and it should be shown like this. New provision is 1,000. So 1,000 should be deducted from the debtor in order to get net debtor. In the new balance sheet, it should be shown like this: provision for doubtful debt. So here the journal entry is provision for doubtful debt account dear to revaluation account. Okay, why the provision for doubtful debt account is debited here? since provision for doubtful debt being a liability to the firm, if liability decreases, it should be debited. That is why provision for doubtful debt account is debited here. So amount, what is the amount? Difference amount. For revaluation, we have to write difference amount. So here, we have to write rupees 500. Okay. Now, the third adjustment is provision for doubtful debts to be reduced by 300. If provision for doubtful debt is reduced by 300, then the journal entry will be for revaluation. Difference amount will be 300 itself. Like I said before, if you find the board by, the amount itself is difference amount. We don't have to compare this amount with book value. Old provision. Okay. So what is new provision for doubtful debt? Since old provision is 1,500 and it is decreased by 300. So 300 should be deducted from old provision. So how much we get? New provision for doubtful debt will be 1,500 minus 300. So new provision will be 1,200. So this amount will be shown on the asset side by way of deduction from the debtor. What is debtor amount? 20,000 less provision. New provision is 1,200. So it will be shown like 80,800 in the new balance sheet. So and the journal entry is reduce means again provision for doubtful debt account should be debited to revaluation account. Why provision for doubtful debt account is debited here? Because there is decrease in the value of liability. If liability decreases, it should be debited. So it is decreased by how much? 300. Is that clear for you? Okay. Now we'll do fourth adjustment. Provision for doubtful debt to be increased by rupees 500. So the difference amount itself, different amount is rupees 500. For revaluation, the difference amount is, we need to take difference amount. What is the difference amount? 500. So what is new provision for doubtful debt? New provision for doubtful debt. Since provision for doubtful debt to be increased by rupees 500. What is old provision? 1,500. Now it is increased by rupees 500. So we have to add up provision of rupees 500 on old provision. So the total provision is 2,000. So this is new provision, which will be shown in the balance sheet by way of deduction from the debtor. Debtor 20,000 minus provision. What is new provision? New provision is 2,000. So how much we get? 18,000. Okay. And the journal entry is revaluation account DR to provision for doubtful debt. Since the value of since provision for doubtful debt is increased by rupees 500, liability will be increased. If liability increases, it should be credited. It is increased by how much? Rupees 500. Okay. Is that clear for you? Okay, now we will do fifth adjustment. Provision for doubtful debt is decreased to 1,200. Now, provision for doubtful debt has been decreased to 1,200 from 1,500. So what is the difference amount? The difference amount is 300. Now for revaluation, we need to take difference amount, and the difference amount is rupees 300. And it is decreased by rupees 300. So what is new provision for doubtful debts? A new provision for doubtful debt will be 1,200 itself. So this is new provision for doubtful debts. So this amount should be deducted from the debtor in order to get net debtor. And the journal entry is provision for doubtful debt account DR to revaluation account. So here, why provision for doubtful debt account is debited here? Because provision for doubtful debt being liable to the firm, if it is decreased, then it should be debited. And why revaluation account is credited here? Because there is a profit on account of decrease in the value of liability. If liability decreases, it should be credited. So that is why revaluation account is credited here. So here, provision for doubtful debt is decreased by how many? How much? It decreased by rupees 300. So here we have to write 300. Now look at last adjustment. Last adjustment. Provision for bad debts on debtor to be raised to 2,000, which means increase to 2,000. So what is old provision for doubtful? 1,500. What is new provision? 2,000. So this is new provision. So which means provision for doubtful debt is increased by rupees 500. For revaluation, we have to take the difference amount by the, what is the difference amount? The difference amount is 500, and provision for doubtful debt is increased by rupees 500. And what is current value of what is new provision for doubtful debts? New provision for doubtful debt will be rupees 2,000, which will be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet by way of deduction from the debtor. What is value of debtor? 20,000 minus 2,000. And how much we get? 80,000. It should be shown like this in the new balance sheet. Okay. Now the journal entry will be revaluation account DR to provision for doubtful debt. So what is the difference amount? 500. Since provision for doubtful debt being a liability of the firm, if liability increases, it should be credited. That is why provision for doubtful debt is credited here. And why revaluation account is debited here? Because there is a loss on account of increase in the value of liability. Whenever liability increases, there will be a loss. That is why revaluation account is debited. So here you might be wondering why I've given due importance to the current value of assets and liabilities to be recorded in the new balance sheet. Since in the next session we will be discussing partners capital account and new balance sheet. Therefore, I have given this information. Current value of asset and liability, and I hope it will help you later on. With this, I would like to conclude my today's video lesson. Thank you.